the brand new live stream. Okay. Brand new. And we're here. Perfect. Smiles. It's new. I don't have to worry about it. I proceed. We're just watching Oka disarming a bomb live. No, actually. Okay. Ugh. My HDD is gonna cry, Okra. I'm sorry! You already probably experienced that when you went through editing my Shadowbringer VOD, right? The ending of my either Shadowbringer or... It should be ending of base Shadowbringer that I did 12 hours, wasn't it? It wasn't... I don't think it was... 5.3. Head tilt. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna scroll up just a smidge. The fact that their story is finished off in a side quest. Sadly, fluff quests are always gonna be a thing. Yeah, no zone in Endwalker is in the same hemisphere. It feels like it's a lot of walking. I'm done in DMs. I have factually confirmed how things worked. Hey, that's just a theory, a game. Now I can't even hate Amon. There is no true main villain, just antagonist. Exactly, and I don't know. I feel like with Endwalker, I feel like we at least needed one, and it kind of sucked that we didn't have one. This is Stormblood music. We're already in Shadowbringers. I don't disagree with you on 14th instance, making MSQ villains some form of, but I wanted to play on the playground. Looks at Artbird. I'll take the blame, my bad. I think people never tried skipping here and thought it would skip the part they were worried about. Overlay the Hildebrand theme, then skip to the credits. This is why you always trust Hedge. Sure, because I sure as hell skipped it. I've seen enough VODs of people skipping to know I just had to confirm it to be certain. Can I just emphasize real quick, by the way? If you guys wanted to make sure that I didn't start zooming through this, wouldn't it have been a good idea to tell me before we hit the credits? Hey, make sure you don't do the speed up version. Squint. As someone who has too many alts, I have skipped it more than a few times to know. Since I've written essays on the topic, do you want my extremely nerdy philosophy thoughts on Endwalker and DMs? Yes, I will read it after I go to sleep. Or after I wake up from sleep. For me, it was just the, hey, this is the culmination of your journey, time to rest and think about it all during the credits, but I get the concern of the VOD. And then they did Xenos and the wider fan base can't decide whether they love or despise him. I'm asleep for Hedge's PC. We're here. I restarted the broadcast. See, I'd argue despite his bid to have us live on, it doesn't make him grayer. See, seems to be working. It's not the bid for us to live on. It's the fact that he came to help us to begin with, because he found his reason and then decided, yeah, I'm gonna join in and help you. I don't know. It was a weird little thing. To be fair, I feel like this wasn't a debate even before they gave him an official partial redemption. I personally don't believe Xenos had a redemption. If anything, he doubled down and still got what he wanted. He just figured out the quickest way to get it was to help get rid of what was our priority at the time. So how was the last couple of hours of Endwalker? Smile, thumbs up. No, my point is that Xenos is just straight up not redeemable. He's not meant to be redeemable, just as many people loathe him as liked him. I love my Xenos faults and all. He's my friend. I'm arguing that Xenos is the one irredeemable villain they have, and people hate the fucker for that. I don't see. The thing is that he's irredeemable, but people don't hate him. Is the thing. He is literally one of the most popular male characters within Final Fantasy XIV. And yes, it's probably because, especially due to longevity as well, right? But like, there's something that kind of irks me regarding that situation. There's not a character that we just hate and we don't have that kind of situation. I don't know. I don't know. He's not redeemable, but Endwalker did wonders in fixing his character. I'm not worried about Oka skipping the post-credit scene. There's a nice artwork at the end of the credits, though, I think is worth seeing. Also, Amarat now. I think I'm close to the speed, isn't it? Or the music at this point? Asahi, he freaking dragged, what the fuck was his name again? Who the fuck was taking over Hermes again? Amon. Yeah, he fucking dragged Amon to hell. Listen, I'm gonna be real with you. It was just funny as hell. But you're right. Technically speaking, like, Asahi is probably the closest to the bad guy who literally just didn't do anything good in any capacity, except the one time he just dragged an enemy to hell. Xenos didn't even technically do that. I love the fact that 14 lets you understand the bad guys instead. They are just bad to be bad. I get tired of it. I'd rather a compact bastard every so often than another I was sad once. Yeah, that's my kind of annoyance, but it's okay. Sadly, those are saved for side quests. People hated that Xenos came back. Emmet and Xenos— oh, well, I'm sorry. Let me emphasize this real quick. Xenos is literally considered, at this current point, one of the most prominent and like one of the best, or like, sorry, one of the favorited enemies in the entirety of Final Fantasy XIV, as far as I'm aware from seeing the community. And I'm gonna be real with you, if he's still beloved, even though he doesn't show up anymore, as far as I would assume at this point, right? Then to me, I feel like that doesn't bode well. Just my thought. I know some people legit hate Xenos too and kind of got tired of— oh wait, no, this is not Amarok. This is the Crystarium. Oh, for fuck's sake. I know some people legit hate Xenos too, kind of got tired of him. You're Hermes. For 2 patches and then it became Fan Daniel. Son. I say he is the bad because he could. I've seen so many people legit hate Xenos and think he's the weakest part of Endwalker. Dude, I'm gonna be so real with you. I've literally not seen a single person hate on Xenos. Like, the only people who hate Xenos that I've encountered, period, are the people who literally are still in Stormblood or Shadowbringers. Specifically Stormblood, actually. Like, genuinely, I have not seen a single person who has gone through Endwalker who doesn't like Xenos in a weird way. Yoshi P said he hates him. Okay, but Yoshi P wrote him. Regardless, right? I think I'm gonna be real with you. I am going to be entirely real with you. I want to have all of this afterthought conversation regarding Endwalker on Thursday. I'm thoroughly exhausted. It is 4 in the morning. I have been streaming for 12 hours. I would like to have this conversation specifically, this entire specific conversation, especially after I kind of digest what happened with Xenos and everything, right? I want to have this kind of moment to digest it instead of going off of me being exhausted and just seeing what I just did, right? I would like for us to digest it, and then let's talk about it Thursday, maybe Friday. I'm debating if I want to use Thursday as a day to talk about Endwalker spoilers, because there's going to be people who are not in Endwalker who might want to watch the stream and then deal with that noise, right? So we'll make the decision. I think it's probably going to be Thursday is going to be the yapping stream about what happened. Friday is going to be just chilling on 14. Finally taking a goddamn break on 14. Emmett Selk was probably the best villain, and it's the fact that we get like a massive redemption arc with him that it makes him enjoyable. But I really wish we didn't feel like we had that for almost every single character. It felt like we really did. For Dola, Xenos, Yotsuyu. Like, I know that they did irredeemable things. That doesn't mean the fact that they didn't have that that twang of like, you know what? You're cool for the moment. You know, I respect the fact that you killed your brother. Points to Yotsuyu. You know, like, you know what I mean? I don't know, but like I said, I'm exhausted, so my brain is just off right now in thinking about words, and everything you guys are saying, I'm understanding it. It's not getting to my head right this second. Like, I'm trying to absorb it. It is a very slow absorb. This also doesn't help the fact that, again, I have only literally ate a brownie at this point, and I've drank like I think 4 full cups of water at this point because of the amount of talking I've done and because of the amount of like yapping that's happened. I think I'm still too far. I think music-wise, I'm still too far, right? Again, at this point, Oka Brain is dead, so let's just Also, actually, that is also the big thing. I don't like things that were optional. Oh, hey, ad break, smiles. Want me to check? Well, this is what This song is in Shadowbringers. I just don't know how many songs do I have until I can unpause. Yeah, can you please check? Well, I'll just sit here until ad break is done, I guess, for 2 seconds. I'm gonna be so real with you. I'm scared of closing my eyes because I'm really scared that I'm gonna pass out on my chair. You actually gotta speed up? Am I at a point where I gotta speed up? Oh? Oh? Okay, can you guys tell me when I need to stop? Replace the blasphemy with one of the other Alamegan kids turning into a primal. That's crazy. I was gonna warn you, but I had to talk to my mom. You're all good. You're all good. You're all good. Please just let me know when I need to stop, because I'm not gonna know. I want to listen to the music properly with the credit scene. Good morning, Umka. So this is the Final Fantasy addiction I see. Hi, wandering. Less about the Final Fantasy addiction, more like we all just kept pushing. We just kept pushing through and through. I should get out of bed. You should, Hedge. So the piano theme of Dynamis happens is when we arrive first at Charlian. Smiles. Smiles. Also, chat, besides what's gonna happen tonight, right? Besides what's gonna happen tonight, is there anything, so specifically for Friday stream, is there anything you guys want me to do post Endwalker that is kind of important? Right? Like, is there like an optional dungeon you think that is good to go through that is not, let me emphasize, that is not post Endwalker content, just things that I should just do before I get to post Endwalker content eventually? Speaking of which, I'm being so for real with you, chat. I might be taking a break from 14 post Endwalker. Sorry, I might take a small break, right? And I might continue post Endwalker after I might continue post Endwalker after I finish the Deltarune chapter. Okay? I think that would make the most sense. So Deltarune chapter comes out in 2 weeks. So give me like a minor break. And then after I finish doing Deltarune chapter 5, then we'll return back to Endwalker, what is it? Post Endwalker. If I'm not busy, I'm gonna be real with you. There might be some stuff that might happen during that time period, so keep going for 2 more images. Okay. Just yell stop, please. Please do, that's fair. Nope, but other than that, I can't really remember. Okay, you're good. Okay. Yeah, this is Moon. Yeah, taking a break after finishing an expansion is good. Oh, I've been, trust me, I've been doing a lot of I take breaks after expansions. Usually because there's a tournament that happens. So, you're mostly in sync now. Yay! It's Elpis music. Wait, Smarled. This is about as close as we'll get. As in, should I pause for a second and continue? Or should I speed up for a second and stop? I'm writing the schedule at the moment. The optional dungeons are the first thing on it. Fair. I'm talking about just like very specific, like, hey Oka, by the way, you can get this free minion by just doing this. By smiling over here. Haha, no, don't take a break from Final Fantasy 14 so I can catch up. Ah, oh no. Yeah, just like let it go. Okay, thumb up. I took my time with 14. After every expansion, I would do side content like society quests, relic weapons. Yeah, see, I'm kind of insane though, is the thing. Because I'm only doing MSQ on stream, and I'm only streaming this game like maybe 2 or 3 times a week, right? I legitimately have so much more free time that I've already completed all of my society quests, except for Endwalker because I can't get to it. And every relic weapon I possibly can get, crafting and gathering wise, I got every single crafting and gathering relic weapon, and I'm slowly doing the rest of the relic weapons as well. I haven't done all of the relic weapons very clearly. I am so freaking lazy with doing the books. I'm so goddamn lazy. I don't want to do it. But I'm getting through things slowly but surely. The slide me puts a tiny little finger. The slide problem is that I'm doing things all in a weird order where I'm working on three like Stormblood relics. Is it Stormblood relics? No. Yes. I'm working on 3 Eureka relics. I'm working on 3 ARR relics. I'm working on 1 Heavensward relic. And I might be working on a Shadowbringer. Yeah, I'm working on one Shadowbringer relic at the same time. I had like a really bad cough. I am trying not to. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm trying not to be sick right now. Okay. I have completed all of Hildy. I will eventually unlock Island Sanctuary. I don't know if I unlock it immediately, or I don't know if I am going to unlock it at a certain point in post Endwalker? Question mark. Don't answer that. Shrug. So now, here's the thing. Now that I get to go on break, guess what I get access to? I get access to the Endwalker Society quest. I get access to the Endwalker relic weapons. Thumbs up. Oh god, deep dungeons. Yes, I know, deep dungeons are a thing too. You're gonna unlock Island Sanctuary. I guess that's free game. Oh yeah, Island Sanctuary is free game. The same way Dome and Enclave is free game. There's no way. Variant dungeons. Maybe I'll actually finally do an extreme dungeon properly now. 2 sets of relic tools unlocked. Have you done the Hildy quest? I just answered that. I've done all the Hildy quests until, well, technically speaking, Shadowbringers. Because Shadowbringers doesn't have any. Oh, by the way, as a small note, for those of you guys who have stayed at this point, thank you. First off, thank you guys so much for spending time with me. Genuinely, for those of you guys who have stayed for the entire 12 hours, or if you guys joined in at any point during the stream, I really do genuinely appreciate you guys popping in and being here. I really, really, really appreciate it. Through the ups and downs, more than anything, it makes me so happy to be able to be a part of this community with you guys, for you guys to include me in this community, and for the amount of people I've met because of this community and this game. It makes me very happy, genuinely. Also, T1M3, hello, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Is there a way, or is there a name you prefer me to call you as? But hello, welcome in, welcome in. I just want to emphasize this real quick, by the way. I want to severely emphasize this real quick. First off, if you guys need to go to sleep, please go to sleep. You guys can watch the VOD, it's fine. But the other specific thing I want to mention real quick is that I'm trying for the life of me to reach into the back of my head and like remember what I'm trying to say. It's going haywire. Oh, my lovelies, I want to just emphasize that I appreciate you guys, and although it is running significantly late right now, time-wise, not the literal time, not IRL time, just in general, although this is running really late, I do actually have a very specific surprise that I plan to give you guys, or rather, I guess less of a surprise, more of a gift. I have a gift that I want to give you guys eventually later down the line. I am hoping to get it situated before I finish post Endwalker. So I'm hoping that will be the case. It's a lot of work from a lot of different people. So I apologize that I tried for the life of me to get it done before I finished Endwalker. There was just too many problems that had happened. So I do have a gift that I want to give you guys at some point later, but I hope that you guys will stay for it, right? I'll accept your gift of giving me my own Sunchu Junior. Listen, if I can find a company that is willing to make a Sunchu plushie and it's not gonna cost me a fortune, I would absolutely do so. So Lilo works fine. Never heard anyone spell out my username like that before. I will be so for real with you, Chief. I am very exhausted. I am very, very sorry that that's the case. Also, hi Solil. My brain is turning off real fast, and I'm really trying hard not to do so. Unless you meant the tool unlocks, in which case it's a goodish thing. We've reached wake up time in East Coast. Guys, I've reached the time I would wake up to do train right now, to start working on going through train right now. Okay. That sentence was really hard to type. I definitely need to rest my eyes at least, so I think I'm going to have to pass off duties. You're all good. Is that the last credit? Credits released 12/2001. Did we get a cute art piece that you guys are like emphasizing? Oh, hi. Oh, this is so cute. Oh, this is so cute. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Oh, I can't. Guys, I can't cry. I can't cry. I can't cry. I can't cry again. No, I can't cry again. The Warrior of Light. Shut up. There's no. I'm gonna have to go back to this. I'm gonna have to go back. Oh, that's so cute. I'm gonna have to go back to this specifically so that I can get that screenshot. Oh, fuck me. Oh, my head. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Dearest mother. Dearest father.
Yeah? Oh, you get to finally address
This
your
letter
father in your letters?
will be the very last that I write to you from the rising stones.
Huh?
As I commit these words to parchment, I fondly recall my journey as a scion.
Huh? Oh, Minfilia.
From the time I first walked into the Order's former halls, to the time I set forth to forestall the final days.
Oh.
At the farthest reaches of the sea of stars,
I keep hiding Papa Lima with my model.
Our lives.
And Papa Lima's gone.
Fought against despair itself. A veritable maelstrom of it, fed by the resignation that dwelled in the hearts of beings not so unlike ourselves. Full oft have I harbored the same malaise. Have I been brought to my knees, crushed by the weight of sorrow and defeat, convinced that I will never rise again. However, I have also known many moments of unbridled joy and happiness. By this truth do I find hope within, blooming resplendent, like the Elpis flower.
Oh, so cute.
And thus do I endure.
Oh.
Do I look forward to creating more memories with my friends and loved ones. For from these fertile seeds, yet more hope shall spring forth. And they will grow to become shining lights that illuminate the dark.
We're home.
Thus believing, I leave the rising stones behind, as will my comrades. For, as we have decided, after careful deliberation, we are disbanding the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
They did mention this earlier.
There you are, Alphino.
Is it because we get to go on our own little adventure now?
Everyone is already gathered in the foyer.
My apologies. I'll be right there.
So sometime after we returned.
At least, that is what the story will be.
Hello? Why are we undercover psioning?
Sorry to keep you all waiting.
What could you possibly have left to do now?
Oh, just a letter.
I imagine it will be a while before we can gather like this again.
So it must be, if we're to keep up appearances. From now on, it falls to the Grand Company of Eorzea and its allies to deal with the realm's crises.
Oh, we're disbanded, quote unquote. We're
Meanwhile,
leaving
we
so
shall
that
return to
they
our
have to do it
erstwhile
themselves.
Retreating from plain sight to take our place in the shadows once more.
Indeed. For the foreseeable future, I expect that we must work independently as we seek out problems that want for solving. But a day will come when we face another great challenge, and we will face it together.
That'll
as
be in
we
10 years
always
from now.
have.
Smiles.
As much as I look forward to that day, I do hope it doesn't come anytime soon.
Well, formal association or no, if any of you should require my services, you need but ask. I'll be glad to keep my lance arm honed.
I'll hold you to that. So you had better keep your link pearl on hand.
You better not be unreachable, Estinian.
So you really mean to stay, Tataru?
Oh, someone has to keep the Rising Stones in proper order. And even a super-secret organization requires a super-secret base of operations. To the rest of the world, it will be naught more than a workshop for Eorzea's foremost up-and-coming artisan. If you thought our coffers were full to bursting before, just wait till I can devote myself wholly to the crafts.
I love Tataru. I love Tataru.
plotting to build a mercantile empire to rival that of Lord Lodorito, are we?
Yes, and she'll win.
I, for one, look forward to your future successes, Tataru. As do I our next meeting.
And with that, I believe it is past time you all made ready to depart. Leave no preparations undone or words unsaid, all right? Now, off with you.
All right. Goodness grave. Let's see. Lady, seen to your preparations, have you? I'm just making another sweep of my belongings. Wouldn't do to find I've forgotten something halfway to my destination. Oh, in case you haven't heard, we've received new reports detailing the devastation caused by the final days. It appears the situation is gravest in the lands surrounding the bounty, when the sky first began to burst. After that, the calamity was observed in the far north, in Garlemald, and the frozen lands beyond. We also had reports of the heavens catching fire in isolated locations, one of which was an area in the northern Empty. Had our quest taken any longer, Charlayan too may have come under threat. Thank goodness it's over now. To be sure, blasphemies and lesser beasts may still be roaming about, but these localized crises should be well within the capacities of each nation to handle on their own. The Scions are no longer needed. Which isn't to say that we won't help out where we can, of course. As individuals, no more of this order business. For my part, I'll be heading to Garlemald with Alpha now. They were among the worst affected and still need all the help they can get. Of course. It won't be easy. An inevitable part of aiding those in need is coming face to face with tragedy. Knowing it doesn't make it any easier, though, that I'll curse my weakness, my inability to fix every problem and save every lost soul. But no matter how much it hurts, I won't give up. I'll do what I can for as many people as I can, begrudging no effort. And should I find myself discouraged, I'll remember you. Think back fondly to And should I find myself discouraged, I'll remember you. Think back fondly to one of your many moments of triumph and the accompanying determined expression. Even those that still annoy me in retrospect, like when you activated the teleporter without warning. And should you hear about me, I want you to remember too. Remember that I'm out there somewhere, trying my very best. Look forward to hearing all about the legendary LadyAria.vt. Think you can keep up with me? I look forward to hearing all about the legendary LadyAria.vt. Not that I'm trying to become famous or anything. That being said... The next time we meet, I'll be vastly improved, so don't be surprised when you find yourself marveling at me. Orianje. Lady, thou hast spoken with our comrades. Though this parting be not forevermore, 'tis nonetheless occasion for sorrow, akin to a pixie's path. The navigation of such farewells is a perilous endeavor indeed. For their part, however, the Loporrits embark upon a new beginning. Though bereft of its purpose as a vessel, the moon yet remaineth hospitable for the creatures of Aetheris. Thus do our lunar visitors convene with the Forum, intent upon assigning some new and beneficial role to our solitary satellite. Yet ere that may come to pass, there is much and more each party must learn of the other, a process which doth promise to be eventful indeed. To that end, a carrot of Loporrits hath gleefully dispersed across our lands in the name of mutual understanding. Hydaelyn, 'tis said, did imbue them with her love for all things born of the star, and 'tis Vinat's own nature, I believe, which doth manifest in this irrepressible, inexhaustible curiosity of theirs. Having witnessed that which they strove to achieve, I wish most keenly for their long labors to be rewarded, that their abiding affection for man result in a boon for all. Moreover, I hope to continue our acquaintance and share in such knowledge as they see fit to impart. Acquaintance? I'll call it friendship. You are the first to truly understand them. Dost thou think so? The Loporrits are certainly possessed of a unique outlook, and it hath been my pleasure to act as their facilitator upon the star. Mayhap I might yet serve as a bridge betwixt them and our fellow man, as Moonbrina once did for me. Very cute. But I shall digress no further. This day should belong to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, to mine incompatible companions. Oft times hath mine reticence caused thee grief, and mine actions spurred allies to suspect betrayal. And yet here amongst you I still stand. No amount of words could express my gratitude for thine acceptance and forgiveness. Thus, instead, I do proffer my humble support. Be it unto the deepest abyss or the highest heavens, even if I must needs founder across stormy seas, shall I answer thy summons. Alfie? Alpha, no. Oh, lady, pray forgive me for delaying the gathering. I was writing a letter, you see, to my parents. As busy as father has been tending the aftermath of the Exodus, he has been good enough to show concern for the Scions. And besides, I've made them worry enough for a lifetime. Henceforth, I will endeavor to write as often as I am able. A little effort to set their minds at ease while we continue to be away from Charlayan. Both LSA and I are off to assist with Garlemald's recovery, you see. Though uncertainty remains over what will become of the nation, we cannot well leave the capital in its present state. We will rejoin those members of the Ilsabard contingents still stationed there. Lucia and Maxima helm the relief effort with support from our allies, the people of Garlemald among them. They will gradually be joined by those who have finished treating the tempered across the lands. Lest you misunderstand, we do not seek redemption for failing Licinia and her sister. That is a burden we must always bear. Nay, we go because of the truth in Lord Quintus's words. The truth that, whatever ideals individuals may espouse, nations are not moved to action unless they stand to benefit. For the foreseeable future, the fallen empire will be at the mercy of both internal and external forces. And though I do not doubt the intentions of the contingent, with greater powers involved in the relief effort, our allies may well find themselves drawn into a political agenda. In going, we seek to ensure that the needs of the people come first, to understand their hearts, that we might better help them to begin anew. You'd best write to me too. I'll visit when I can. I'll visit when I can. By all means, full glad would I be for your visit, and I speak for LSA as well. For fairly as long as I've been in Eorzea, you've been at my side, watching over me, in good times and in bad. How many times have we gathered to share tidings? None could possibly keep count. The world is changing and will continue to do so, yet no matter what the future brings, I hope that I can ever look to you, in good times and in bad, as a dependable comrade and a dear friend both. Thank you, lady, from the bottom of my heart. Well. Oh, lady, how are you feeling? Any lingering aches or pains? I'm fine. I can't apologize enough for sending Xenos to find you in Ultima Thule. When he came to me in Charlayan, I was truly torn. As ever, there was only one thing on his mind. Forced to make a decision, I reasoned that if he would not be deterred from seeking you out, he might at least aid us in our cause, and so I struck a bargain. In the end, he was true to his word, and you defeated him despite your earlier exertions, but knowing the state you were found in, it could have ended very differently. My decision almost cost you your life, and no words could express the remorse I feel. It worked out, you did the right thing. I won't lie, I thought that was it for me. It worked out, you did the right thing. It is a relief to hear you say that. Thank you. Time and time again, I've been made to feel woeful inadequate. I wasn't much use in battle, nor could I face the Forum without my nerves getting the better of me. It always fell to you and the others. I must and will do better. And I shall begin with the restoration of the students of Baldashian. Through our work, Charlayan will strengthen its ties with the other nations, that we may be better prepared to face whatever threats arise in future. Of course, this isn't something I can accomplish alone, but thankfully I have the staunchest of help in Raha and Ojika and our other remaining members. Together, we'll continue Grandfather's work. As before, certain commissions will take us to dangerous locales, and we may need to call upon seasoned adventurers. In such times, might you be willing to assist us, not because you feel obligated, mind you, but because you feel allure for the task itself. You can count on me. Marvelous. Should something of interest arise, I shan't hesitate to reach out to you. Until that day, I shall endeavor to become a more dependable comrade. Vanguard. Ah, our champion and savior. I was beginning to think my chance for an audience would never come. That sounded more amusing in my head. Speaking of heads, I was worried about yours, and the rest of you, for that matter. On the mend, I trust. Glad to hear it. You were in a bad way, and healing magics or no, I'm impressed by how swiftly you've recovered. Then again, it is hardly the first time you've cheated death. Your strength of will has never failed to astonish me. Look at what you've accomplished. Midian defeated, her Song of Oblivion cut short, the source and all her reflections delivered from the final days. We had faltered at the last, and all hope would have been lost, but you held fast. Now, Green has a tomorrow to look forward to, and I could ask for no greater gift than that. As for a lesser gift, however, the next time you see her, I would appreciate you not describing my travel plans with Udionje as aimless wandering. We're a purpose in our roaming, after all, keeping an eye on things in the absence of the scions on the world's stage. There'll never be an end to the little problems that go untended by nations. We will do our best to help out where and when we can. Which I suppose is an approach not far removed from aimless wandering when you get down to it. I'd like to consider it honeymooning. Perhaps you can tell her I am faring well and leave it at that, eh? No need to mention this feeling of being uprooted. I've never been one to stand still for long, but when I think of home, 'tis the rising stones which comes to mind. How many times have we set out from the space, thence to return when our work was done? On the day the science came together, I only hoped for Minfilia to find a place where she belonged, but never did I expect to find one here for myself. Indulge me, lady. I have a question for you, and imagine Minfilia herself is asking. Are you glad you joined the Scions? Best decision I've ever made. There's never been a dull moment, that's for certain. It's the best decision I've ever made. For better or for worse, I could never regret this moment. I can honestly say the same. But all good things must come to an end, at least for a time. Should you need a helping hand for infiltration or reconnaissance, you know who to ask. I'll come running, and you'll likely get a certain funny-talking fortune teller into the bargain. The fact that he keeps talking about his husband and child so often is very funny. We're keeping you for last, Estinian. Yashtoma. Oh, are we saying our farewells too? I hadn't at present planned on a journey of any great length. Not that I am adverse to a moment or two of quiet reminiscence. In fact, there was something I've been meaning to ask you, something that has been in my thoughts since the last flames of the final days subsided. Anything. Tell me. During our travels, we have witnessed more than a lifetime's worth of oddities and spectacles, more than can be easily recalled or remembered. And nestled amongst those memories are certain essential facts, the history of Aetheris and the ancients, glimpses of the Ea, of their culture and philosophy. Rather than simply hoarding such treasures in my mind, I wonder if I should not be disseminating them in formal records for wider consumption. When needed, I have penned reports and prepared briefings, but ever have I balked at the idea of binding the subject of my studies in a book or tablet. Truth is, given shape and interpretation, when we seek to capture it with our words, it is invariably molded to fit a narrative, no matter how well intended the rendering. An event is described as sad, a summation which fails to express the emotional complexity, yet the word on the page is what endures, a pale shadow of reality. Throughout history, some have deliberately embellished the truth, but I believe many, if not most, deviations are the result of similar linguistic shortcomings, piling one upon the other, until the end result is unrecognizable from its origin. Which is why I fear that writing an account in my own words would be akin to diluting fine wine with water. Yet even with the potential for corrupted meaning, I do of course realize the importance of keeping written records. Without them, my search for wisdom would be a painful affair indeed. Well, what say you on this matter? Should I take up the quill, reflect upon those experiences only we have shared, and seek to preserve them for posterity? I let them be read and remembered, nay, it's enough to hold them in your memories. No, I let them be read and remembered. Please, consider it. Very well, then. I shall endeavor to pen what I can of the Ea and the ancients, and of so many other wonders. But I am no scribe. It will be less of a polished work and more a reordering of scattered notes. In any case, I feel much better for having sought your opinion. Left to our own devices, we tend to overthink such things. I will otherwise return to following where my curiosity leads. After all, a safe method of travel to the first yet eludes me, and our venture into the great expanse has prompted an entirely new set of questions. Should you stumble into the unknown or struggle with some impenetrable mystery, Know that I am at your beck and call. It never hurts to see things from a different perspective, and mine is rather different than most. Graha. Graha, may I speak with you? Oh, lady, might you have a moment to talk? Come over here. Damn, intentionally walking away. With the science stepping away from the public eye, I've been left to consider what new endeavors I might pursue. And after speaking with Kryl, I've decided I will be assisting her in rebuilding the students of Baldessian. Not only am I indebted to Master Galuf for giving me a new home, but had our order never existed, I would have never set foot within the Crystal Tower. How different my life might have been. I would have never met you, never become caretaker of the tower, never became a scion. You gave me the chance to do so much good, and I hope to continue to do so with the students. Sorry. For an added benefit, new mysteries often find their way to our doorsteps. Mysteries that could prove idle for fulfilling our promise to embark on a new adventure together, unlike any we've ever experienced before. You can do it. Whenever you have the time and inclination, my friend, I stand ready to accompany you unto the unknown. Do you recall in the realm of the Omicrons, when I asked if you thought I may someday be mentioned in your epic? While it is true that to earn a place at your side would be the stuff of dreams. In the end, nothing would give me greater joy than to stand with you in the here and now. It needn't be some grand endeavor. There needn't be a promise. Whenever adventure calls, I won't hesitate to invite you, and I hope that you will do the same for me. Without a second thought, as long as you don't overexert yourself. Without a second thought, Graha. Ha! I'll hold you to that. As much as we have already seen, there's still so much we haven't. Who knows? Perhaps we will even encounter survivors of the Omicron somewhere out there. After all, given how they took to the stars, it isn't implausible that some found themselves far from home. And should we encounter a wayward traveler awaiting commands that will never come, I would bid them seek adventure with someone, and with that partner find new purpose, a new dream. For if crystals can hold fast to dreams, why not Omicron? So cute. Wherever your plans may lead, do not hesitate to send word, and should a commission of interest come my way, you will be the first to know. Justinian. My first friend. My first enemy. My first friend. Are we gonna have a staring contest? If you have something to say, then out with it. Just worried how you'll earn your keep now. Just wondering how I'll earn my keep now. That's crazy. Just wondering how I'll earn my keep now. What? I thought you adventurers had any number of ways to earn coin, and though the Scion's mode of operation has changed, we should be compensated as before. In any case, I do not want for options, even if some are worse than others. No sooner did Amric hear about our disbandment than he offered me a position as a guardsman in the Imperium District. As a former Azure Dragoon, I'm guaranteed to be popular, he said. Who does he take me for? Even without his meddling, I'm perfectly capable of finding employment. And have! You have? Some days ago, a Hanish envoy arrived with word from Vitra. The worm requests my presence as soon as things have settled here. He didn't deny he didn't deny to mention why I'm needed, but it pertains to dragons, like as not. In Thavnair, like elsewhere, the phenomenon caused by the final days abated when you defeated Medion. Though it was too late for those who have already transformed, life is beginning to return to normal for the survivors. Of those who sought refuge in Charlayan, most have already returned home. But many do not have a home to return to, nor loved ones. By an arrangement between Vitra and the Forum, such souls may remain in Charlayan if they wish to work and study. Vitria was always the satrap, I can't remember. In truth, it's gratifying to see him become one in name as well, one who has the complete confidence of his people, if the envoy's tone was any indicator. I often find myself speaking favorably of dragons of late. Not so long ago, I would have assumed his benevolence hid ulterior motives, but 'tis clear he cares for his people, and they in turn rever him. No. To know such a nation may flourish is comforting. Vitra's kin sought release from conflict, so weary were they of the suffering it wrought, they surrendered to oblivion. But Midgard Storm didn't give up. In hope, he made the journey to distant Aetheris with his clutch of eggs. And though his progeny went on to be embroiled in conflict with men, there were times when they transcended hatred to abide in harmony. That is their legacy and their triumph. In my lands, I feel the weight of their struggles and the weight and the strength of their resolve, and it lends me strength. These things I might never have learned had I not joined you. Should you ever have need of me, I will come. At the very least, it might be an opportunity to earn coin. We spoke to everyone. And now we end with Tataru. Spoken your fill, have you? If so, I'm thinking to send everyone off. Leave the Rising Stone. With your permission, then. Your attention, please. At risk of spoiling the mood, the time of departure is upon us. In my capacity as your receptionist, I bid you all a safe journey. Till next we meet. Be well. I'm literally getting my alarm, by the way, right this second for me to do trains. I'm ending it all. It's 5 in the morning. Argos, Horn, Wind Up Herois, Footfalls, and Flow. Bum, 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 bum. All right. What's this last thing? Everyone leaving. One last cutscene.
I suppose we're off to Garlemald then. Though we ought to speak with Lord Emmerich first. If he's received word of any recent developments, we need to know.
'Twould be prudent to purchase some warmer clothes at least. Mayhap we can pick up a few souvenirs for Euless and the others while we're at it.
Where will you all be heading next?
Dravania. There is a book I've been meaning to borrow from the Great Google Library. And I can think of at least one person who will be most displeased should I fail to visit before leaving.
We've no particular destination in mind, but we do intend to stop in Charlian before we set off.
We had thought to ask after the Loporrits. I am curious as to how well those who chose to remain are adapting to their changed circumstances.
Might we accompany you then? Raha and I were planning to return to the Baldessian Annex.
Commissions have been piling up in our absence, and they must be dealt with ere we begin our work in earnest.
Estinian, you will return to Rads at Han, will you not?
Aye. For Vritra's benefit, though I've yet to hear the details. I may not stay long.
I see. Then it is here the Scions at last part ways, each to some far-flung corner of the realm.
I like that they don't ask me where I plan to go, by the way. They're just like, yeah. Also, Tataru just literally T-posing in the background is really cute. Yes, Alfie?
Perhaps. But I believe one of our number,
Oh,
a
we
rather
we
important
do
one
get
at
it.
that, has yet to divulge her plans.
Huh.
Quite right.
Indeed. Fair point.
You guys don't need to do this.
So, what's next for our humble adventurer?
Sky's the limit. I plan to go see more of this world. Finn. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yet stand tall, my friend. Our journey will never end. Why? What? Who?
The constancy of this place never ceases to amaze me. An ocean of souls, shimmering and eternal.
Huh?
And yet, something stirs. Yes. Steeped in darkness, deep as starless night. The beast hungers. Alas, I dare not investigate in earnest before the coming of my guiding star, as she foretold. We shall descend to the depths, you and I, to confront the dread beast Pandemonium.
Huh?
Oh, the sights we shall see. The sights we shall see.
Audible blinking. We're going back to Elpis? Huh? Who? Point? Who? You have completed the main scenario quest, Endwalker. Quests to unlock new content have now become available in our Ultra Land. Additionally, you may now enter the dead... Okay, yes. Rest well, champion of Aetheris, for many and more adventures await you. That its chorus might ring for all. Oh, goodness grief. Hi! Hi! Hello! How long have you guys been waiting here? Check the achievement. Yeah? Even the game is telling you to rest, damn it. Oh. Endwalker? What about the achievement? I'm confused. try reading the completed stuff. I'm guessing. Okay, so okay, where does it start? Where does it start? On wings of hope, rise up the night. Okay. Higher, oh higher, carrying our song fast within your open arms. That is chorus, but ring for. Yeah, there we go. That's cute. Oh yeah. On wings of hope, you rise up through the night. Higher, oh higher, carrying our song fast within your open arms. That is chorus, but ring for. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I can't do this. I can't do this. Okay. 13 hours. I knew that it was gonna be as long as it is. I knew it. I freaking called it earlier too. I was like, guys, I had the gut feeling. I'm like, this is not gonna be as long as the freaking Shadowbringers or Stormblood, the way that I did this last time, right? It was. It was. I had the gut feeling, and this is why I put this on Tuesday, so I could have the day off tomorrow. But I was like, yeah. Well, actually, it's today. What do you mean tomorrow? Sorry, what do I mean tomorrow? It's today! Goodness grief. Oh, goodness grief. Guys, I quite literally am supposed to be doing train in like 40 minutes if I was doing it. I'm not doing it. Hello. Hello. Thank you for... Little gremlin. Thank you guys for being cute. Thank you. Welcome to tomorrow. Guys. Thank you. You even got Europeans here. That's how bad it is. Guys, it's 5 in the morning. Now, I'm gonna do something that I wanted to do, that I knew I was planning to do. So, I look to you guys, I bow. I look to you, I bow. I look to you, I bow. Bow. And bow. But I wanted to do something very particular. And it's only befitting. Right? It's only befitting for the few moments we have. Because one of the things I didn't get to do was go here before we had left. We went to see Father Fortome, right, before we left. We also came here at the very beginning of the stream. But let's go back to where we started. All those hours ago. 13 hours ago specifically. Let's go back to where we started. And of course, unironically, it's still foggy! Let's go from here. Hello, old friend. Let me tell you about the adventures that I just had. Right? Oh, how he would be so not happy that I went through these adventures without you. But you know, it's okay. Right? Dude, it is so foggy that, like, the actual brightness is, like, atrocious. So, let's force manually brighten this. Get a little like this. This. I'm just doing this for just one moment, okay, chat? Do not worry. This is not gonna be too long. Just one thing. He was there as you bring his shield to the edge of creation. He was there. And this is how I will end my story. With just a moment to come back and talk about my adventures with an old friend. Alright. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. The bars are still quivering. Yeah, it's having a weird thing. It's definitely having this very... I think there's a bug going on for sure. Because even when I'm in this phase, it's bugging. Yeah, it's the cinema that's affected by camera that is having a weird thing for sure. Okay. Hi. Hi. We've had a lot of people come in and out of this, and I genuinely appreciate you guys more than anything. I've said this before, I will say this again. I am going to continue with our conversation, or rather, we will have a proper, full conversation when I'm not dead and tired. We will do this another time. Specifically, Thursday we'll have the conversation. I think that is the best way I can put it. So we'll have the conversation on Thursday, and I don't know what we are going to continue doing at all afterwards, right? But that's fine. And we'll just figure things out as we proceed, right? That is all that we can do. So, again, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys immensely. I am going to have the longest rest of my damn life. For sure. I am going to be dead. For sure. So. Smiles. Let me look for somebody to raid into, right? So I'm gonna put the English tag because with this time I actually need it to be someone who we can talk to, or rather you guys can talk to. Real quick, I am gonna I'm gonna throw you guys over to a Final Fantasy streamer. I'm just looking to see who is live right now. But yeah, I want you guys to take it easy. I really do. We'll have this we'll have the conversation of not just Endwalker probably, but all of Final Fantasy XIV. We will definitely have that. By the way, I want to emphasize real quick, we are currently the 6th highest Final Fantasy streamer right now. We are currently the 6th highest Final Fantasy streamer right this second. Smiles. I don't know if it does anything considering it's 5 in the morning, but... Or actually, no. Sorry. Let me rephrase that. The 6th highest with the English tag. There we go. Okay, let me see who to raid. So. But I really do appreciate you guys so much. I appreciate you guys so much. And I really thank you guys so much for being here. Really and truly. It makes me so happy. And I'm so thankful to have been brought into this community and to have been able to spend as much time as we have here, you know? To me, I am thankful, I am grateful, and I can't ever, imagine passing up on this story and how beloved and how happy I am through it all, you know? So, I'm also looking to see somebody who's not currently, like, I'm currently looking to see someone who is not currently, what's it called? Not currently doing the Kefka fight. I'm gonna be real with you. There are far too many people who are doing the Kefka fight, and I am screaming right now. I am genuinely screaming by how many people are doing the Kefka fight right this second. Let me see. This bean? She's looking cute. Okay. Close this. Close this. Let me listen. Alrighty. We're gonna go give you over to somebody from New Zealand. And they're Filipino. And they're an elf VTuber. And they look to have just started. Well, maybe not look to have just started. Let's rephrase that. They are still in the very early games of Final Fantasy XIV. Minfilia is still alive. That's close enough to explaining how what's called early they are. So, I appreciate you guys. Please and thank you. Go give you guys lots of New Zealander, Filipino, and elf. Yeah, I love. So go give them lots of love and appreciation, okay? I appreciate you guys more than anything. Also, Raw X, thank you so much for the follow. I very much appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. But yes, please and thank you. I appreciate you guys. I adore you guys. Thank you so much for spending time with me. And go give them lots of love. They're currently doing MSQ right now. So, go give them some kindness, some love and appreciation from all of us. And I'm going to suffer. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm going to pass out and I'm going to cry my eyes out for how wonderful that story was, by the way. But thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. I'll talk to you guys, not tomorrow, or I guess not today, but the next day. So I'll talk to you guys on Thursday and we will talk more about this on Thursday. Okay? I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. I'll talk to you guys another time, okay? Bye-bye. Oh, there's my alarm to tell me to wake up. Bye.